Hello and welcome to another mobility video. Today we're gonna focus on the legs. So lots of love for the legs, holding us together every day. First I'm gonna start with a forward fold. In here I'm gonna step all the way down as I can, and I'm gonna bend my knees so my hamstrings are gonna be touching my stomach. Here, as soon as I get there, I'm gonna try to straighten my legs, but I will focus on keeping my stomach sticking and touching my hamstrings. Of course, this is hard, not available for a lot of people, including myself. But the thing is that we're gonna try to keep them together as we straighten on a way to elongate those muscles behind the knees, your calves, your hamstrings, and your lower back. We're gonna do about a minute here. Do it as slowly or as fast as you can. After we're finished, we're gonna go into sitting position. I'm gonna take a breather here. Enjoy the sun that's coming into my face right now. We're gonna go into a front split, so try to go as wide as you can, not too wide, because in here we're gonna be opening to the right, to the middle, and to the left. So try to get into a position where you feel comfortable moving, and we're gonna step to the right, putting our hands on each side of the leg, and then do a slow or a quick, short rather than slow or quick, a short lowering to one side. Then when we get up, we go to the middle, both hands in front of us. Then when we get up, we go to the other side. We're gonna repeat this process for about a minute overall. Try to keep a rhythm, whatever speed that may be for you. Try to keep a rhythm and alternate your breath between the up and down of this exercise. This is gonna work on your front hips, on the adductors, and it's also gonna work on the back of your hamstrings and the back of your knees, your calves. Try to keep your toes pointing up or pointing forward, either way. Just try to get your knees as straight as you can. Once you're finished with the minute, we're gonna do a couple more here on the full rotations. Once we're finished with the minute, now we're gonna do the same thing, but only going forward. So here I'm gonna push down, try to keep my back straight. I will not bend it purposely at the beginning. I'm just gonna keep my back straight. I'm gonna go up, breathe, and then down. Hold it, breathe up, and then exhale going down. Hold it, breathe up, and then exhale going down. Each time I go down, I try to get a little deeper into the stretch, trying to breathe my way through this stretch. That way I'm telling my body, I'm letting it know that I am safe in this position, and it can relax this reflection nerve or this stretching reflection that we have where the muscles tense up just to prevent injury. But we usually can go a little bit further than that our body is letting us. So every time we go in, we exhale, and every time we get up, we inhale. That way we keep breathing through the exercise and letting our body know that we can go a little bit further. I'm trying to get my chest all the way to the floor into the pancake position. I do not have it fully yet, but with these workouts I have gotten major improvement on my hip mobility and my ability to do the front split and lower my chest. Now we're gonna hold on bottom position for a little longer. And then we're gonna go back to the middle. Try not to use your hands to bring your legs back to the middle. Do it with only your hip flexors. We're gonna go back to standing position. And now we're gonna put our feet wider than our shoulders, a little bit wider than our shoulders. And now we're gonna go some sumo deep squats, just to elongate that hip, the back hip, your glutes. Try to go deep, hold it, try to push a little bit on your way down, and then push the way back up. You're gonna try to hold your weight on the heels. Your knees are not going inwards. Your toes and your knees are gonna be pointing in a 45 degree angle. It's gonna be not entirely to the right and to the left, not forward, just in the middle. After that, we're gonna go deep onto the squat, and from this deep squat position, we're gonna try to bend our knee inward and touch the ground with our knee. In here, the chest can move, it can go forward, it's gonna be easier if it goes forward. Once we do 3 repetitions on each side, we're gonna rest a little bit, take a breather. This exercise is really hard and starts burning a little bit on my legs. Now we're gonna do some dynamic stretches on the back of the hamstrings. We're gonna put one foot crossing in front of the other, and when we do that, we're gonna go all the way down with a straight back. We're gonna alternate feet for about a minute here. Remember, keeping a straight back is important. Don't go as low as you can if you feel too much tension, because these dynamic stretches could be prone to injury if you do them too strongly or too abruptly. So here I usually just go up to a little bit less to my limit. Now that we're done, I think we did 12 repetitions on that. I'm gonna do some Russian deadlifts with no weight. I think this is also called Warrior 3 or Warrior 2 on yoga. So the mobility exercise is you're gonna plant on one of your feet and you're gonna lift the other foot while you go down with your body. Ideally, you would be extremely parallel, so your heel to your head are gonna be forming a straight line. Here I'm a little bit on a curve. I should be lifting my leg a little bit higher. But all in all, I'm still feeling the exercise is really good. You're stretching the hip, the mobility, while getting some strength onto that glute. Now I'm gonna switch sides. I try to go slowly here, maintaining my balance. When doing these balance exercises, I like to think of my foot that's on the ground, really pressing onto the ground. Don't just slightly step on that foot that's balancing. I try to imagine all of my weight going there and grasping the floor with my toes. That way I find that I am way more balanced and I can move easily or easier on these single leg balances. For the last exercise of these first 10 minutes, I'm gonna do some knee dips. So here you're just gonna bring the knees a little bit forward, your heels are gonna go up. And this is a type of squat that's I found recently and Very nice to do. You're just gonna get your knees forward, your heels can go up, and you're just gonna dip a little bit lower. It's great for your ankle mobility, your knee strength. Also your toes, the balance on your toes, opening up your toes, this works really good. Okay, so we're done with the first 10 minutes. I'm gonna restart my camera here. I'm gonna go on to the next 10 minutes of this workout. You can feel free to stop it here, or you can keep going with me. For our next exercise, I'm gonna go into a deep squat, and I'm gonna try to bring my knee on the same line as my foot. So my knee is gonna touch the front part of my foot. Here the heel goes up, your core stays strengthened. You can also try to find something that will help you hold yourself. So maybe you can do this near a gymnastics ring where you can hold yourself up while you do this exercise. That's a great way to regress. Now I'm gonna open the hips. Just use my torso and the back of my right arm to neglect the mobility from one leg, and then use the other arm to push the other knee open. For my next exercise, I'm gonna be doing we're gonna step on our toes, and we're just gonna try to dip our knees in front as if we're trying to do some kind of sissy squat. So from deep squat, you impulse yourself with your arms, throwing them to the back, and then trying to keep our balance. We get our knees as close to the floor as we can as we bring the torso back as counterbalance. This is a great balance mobility exercise and also works on our toes. This is a harder exercise, so you can also try them holding yourself up to a hanging tool, or also find something near that you can hang onto. For our next exercise, I'm just gonna test my strength here. From our deep squat position, I'm gonna open my leg a little bit, put the knee to the ground, bring it back. Do the same thing with the other leg, just to test out how strong I am on the bottom of my squat. And then I'm gonna do the same thing, but into a Cossack squat. Bring it back to the middle, and then do the other leg. I'm trying to open the leg without getting too high on my squat, trying to keep it as steep as possible, working on those hip flexors and core muscles, deep core muscles. Now we're gonna go into a flat back, forward fold, and raising the toes just to work on those calves, opening up the back of the hamstring. Okay, once we're done stretching the back of our knees and relaxing, we're gonna sit down and go into some 90-90s. So we sit down, put our feet in front of us, a little bit wide, and then we're gonna rotate one leg inward while the other leg rotates outward. Our chest can move with our legs, trying to get those knees all the way to the ground. Once we're done, we're gonna go all the way up into all fours, but we're gonna lift our knees from the ground, and we're just gonna try to gracefully pass our knees from our armpits to our knees, just touching the arms slightly on all the movement. This is gonna work on our toe mobility, also work on our core and our shoulder strength. So once we're finished with that, we're gonna go on all fours, and we're gonna replace our right hand with our right leg. Once we're in that position, we're gonna try to hinge the hip forward. So remove the pelvic tilt and just push your hips forward. And then with the opposite hand, we're gonna try to grab the back foot and lift it up, stretching that front part of our hamstrings and that front hip flexor. It's a very intense workout. If you tense your glutes, you're gonna feel it a little bit deeper on your hamstrings and on your front hip. Also, as long as you do this front pelvic tilt, you're gonna keep feeling it hard on your hip flexors and on your hamstring. Breathe your way into a deeper position here. Okay, once the minute is done, we're gonna step back and then replace the left hand with the left foot. Work our way into the same position. We're just gonna stretch here the hip flexor a little bit, moving it before we get into grabbing our foot with the left hand, or right foot with the left hand. If you wanna go a little bit more intense, you can also grab your foot with both of your hands. I'm just gonna stick to grabbing it with one hand here. Another time we're gonna do a minute in this position. Same thing, pelvic tilt forward, tense your glutes, and breathe your way into a deeper exercise here, a deeper stretch on the front of your hamstrings and on your hip flexor. Right, once the minute has passed, I'm just gonna get back to my all four position. I'm gonna move my back a little bit, and then I'm gonna go sitting down with both of my legs forward. I'm gonna do some straight leg raises. So I push my body forward, point one foot up, and then with a straight leg, I'm gonna do 12 repetitions on the right leg. 12 to 15 repetitions on the right leg. Once you're finished with the right leg, go on and do the left leg. Working on your core and your hip flexors. Having strong hip flexors are gonna help on your mobility, your ability to stretch even deeper. Once I'm done with the 15 leg raises, I'm gonna do a couple second hold on the right leg. Try to do 5 to 10. Ideally, you would go until failure. This way, you're gonna tell your body to send more nervous terminations to the area that you're working. So now I'm not working into failure. I'm just trying to get used to having a couple seconds on the straight leg hold there. But ideally, you would work into failure. Now we're gonna get back to our front split. So we're gonna open our legs much less than our maximum, and we're gonna do the same thing on each side. We're gonna do a right straight leg hold while on our front split position. Here it's a little bit harder when you're on a front split. And then once we do the right side, I'm gonna do the left side, and this is gonna be the last of our exercises. Keep holding. I hope you had fun while doing this workout with me. You can follow along, have some other workout routines that I'm gonna put right on the end of the video. If you liked what you were doing on this video, subscribe, and I'm gonna upload more videos soon. Have fun, stay healthy, stay mobile.